Imagine waking up to a world with no ice. No glistening glaciers, no snow-capped mountains, just bare rock and water. It sounds like something out of a science fiction film, but the reality is this could be our future if we don't act now. The Earth's ice is melting at an alarming rate, and the consequences of this are far-reaching and devastating.
Sea levels would rise dramatically. Scientists estimate that if all the ice on Earth melted, sea levels could rise by as much as 70 meters. This would have a catastrophic impact on coastal communities around the world. Low-lying areas would be completely submerged, displacing millions of people.
But it's not just coastal areas that would be affected. The melting of ice caps and glaciers would disrupt ocean currents, which play a vital role in regulating global climate. We could see more extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, and floods becoming more frequent and intense. The impact on wildlife would be equally devastating. Polar bears, penguins, and other animals that rely on ice for their survival would lose their habitats and face extinction. The delicate balance of ecosystems around the world would be thrown into chaos. Coastal cities, home to a significant portion of the world's population, are on the front lines of this impending crisis. Iconic skylines, bustling harbors, and cultural landmarks would be swallowed by the rising tides. Cities like Miami, Shanghai, and London, with their intricate networks of underground tunnels and infrastructure, would be particularly vulnerable.
The economic and social consequences of such devastation are difficult to comprehend. The displacement of millions would lead to mass migration, putting immense pressure on resources and infrastructure in other parts of the world. Conflicts over land, food, and water could arise, leading to further instability and suffering.
This is not a future we want to leave for generations to come. We must act now to mitigate the effects of climate change and protect our planet for future generations.
The melting of Earth's ice would not only redraw coastlines, but also rewrite weather patterns as we know them. The delicate balance of our planet's climate system would be disrupted, leading to a world of extremes.
The increased amount of fresh water entering the oceans from melting ice caps would alter ocean currents, impacting global weather patterns. Regions that rely on these currents for rainfall could experience severe droughts, while others might face increased rainfall and flooding.
Extreme weather events, such as hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones, would become more frequent and intense. These storms thrive on warm ocean water, and rising sea temperatures would provide them with the perfect conditions to unleash their fury upon coastal communities.
The increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events would have devastating consequences for agriculture, infrastructure, and human life. The economic costs of rebuilding after each disaster would be staggering. The future may seem bleak, but it is not yet written. We still have time to act, to change course, and to avert the worst effects of climate change. But action must be taken now, and it must be decisive and on a global scale.
Reducing our carbon footprint is paramount. We must transition away from fossil fuels and embrace renewable sources of energy such as solar, wind, and hydropower. This requires a concerted effort from governments, businesses, and individuals alike.
We must invest in sustainable practices, such as reforestation and sustainable agriculture, to help absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Protecting existing forests and planting new trees can help mitigate the effects of climate change.
The melting of Earth's ice is a stark reminder of the fragility of our planet and the urgent need for action. By working together, we can create a sustainable future for ourselves and for generations to come.